So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we have already afternoon. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ondrej Valent, and I am a regional sales manager responsible for Hungary, beside other countries in SafeNet. Actually, I'm not going to talk today about single products. I will be talking more about a different approach and a new mindset, which is actually our goal to achieve, to change your mind and to change your thinking when we are talking about something which we call data protection. So in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to introduce our concept. I'm going to introduce and I'm going to give you some overview what happened on the breach market or on the breach industry. And hopefully, on the end of the day, I will show you what are the main things you should implement to think differently and to adopt new technologies to really secure the breach, which about is my presentation. So, have you seen this number? This is actually based on our breach level index webpage, where you can report all the breaches that happen. This is a number since 1st of January 2014, which is almost 10 billion records were stolen since 2014. You have seen in several newspapers, in magazines, online, etc. Magazines, that 2013 was really the year of the breach. Here are just few examples, and if we will go deeper in these breaches, you will see that there were millions and millions of records stolen. So one of the biggest two were Adobe, also Target, and you all know what happened after these breaches were discovered, that a lot of people lost their jobs because they were not doing their job properly because the breach happened and it was not secure enough. If we are going deeper in the breaches, then we have two different positioning or two different views. First of all, we can differentiate breaches by numbers, and in this industry or from this point of view, the top is usually healthcare and governmental institutions. However, if you will look deeper, because this is something what is really nice, but by number of breaches, that most of the breaches are happening in healthcare and government. But what is more important, when we are talking about number of records which were stolen, then we are going to the technology, to the retail. And why this is? Because these companies, these verticals, they are storing the most data in the industry, and they are usually the first and the main attack when you want to breach something and when you want to steal something. So when we are talking about technologies, we don't have to go far. For example, one of the technology, because in technology we count in also let's say social and media services. So we can talk about Google, we can talk about all the services which they offer. We can talk also about other social networks where the companies are collecting a lot of information which can be potentially stolen. So when we are going to this financial info, that access to the financial info presented 50% of all stolen data records. It's approximately 275 million, and this is again pointing to the financial market, to the technology market, and you can see really that this is a new industry where you can pay company to get some information which you are interested in, because of course we should be able somehow to evaluate the price of each record which was lost or which were lost or stolen. So approximately we are talking about $200 per each record. So this is something what you can find on the black market. The interesting record is 44% of data breaches with unknown or records are exposed. So which means that usually we don't know a lot or we don't know about all breaches. We can know just about breaches which were reported, and the number which I showed you on the beginning is just something what we know as we recorded it, but of course the number of breaches is much higher. What is interesting when I'm talking about these strange numbers, and probably it's kind of abstract thing that you cannot imagine what is 10 billion of breaches. What is really important that in the last 12 months happened more breaches than ever in the history. So this is also what I was pointing out, that 2013 was a year where more breaches than ever in the history happened. So therefore, we are talking about the year of the breach, or year of the breach, and it was 2013. Why? Why this is happening? The thing is that the attack vectors are sophisticated, are different than in the past. So we are talking about some bring your own device security stuff. We are talking about social networking. And actually, everything is everywhere, and you cannot rely just on the perimeter. So you've been presented on many conferences, many presentations, but really we are now in the age where perimeter is no longer exists, and you need to really implement solutions which are counting with that perimeter will fail. What is interesting that also in the last year, we spent more than ever in security technologies to be implemented in our organizations. And tell me one thing, what is wrong on this? Yeah? We learned that most of the breaches happened last year, more than ever. We learned also that we spend more than ever on IT security technologies. Shouldn't be this lower if we are spending more? Not really. And this is giving you really the information that the technologies which we are implementing and the traditional way of security, how we are thinking, is not enough and is not effective. So the reality is really that, I remember 10 years ago, it was around 10% which was spent in security. We are talking now realistically about 16, and it will definitely grow how much we will spend, how much customers and how much companies will spend on security. However, the thing is that the situation is getting worse. More we're spending, more breaches we have. So from this, you can find out the information that really the traditional security failed, and this plan A, I call the security, protecting security on the perimeter, or protecting perimeter, is really something what you shouldn't stop to invest in, but it's not the only thing which you should invest, and you should think also differently. So protection requires a new approach, which means that forget everything what you know about IT security and about the current situation, what you were implementing, how good you are in firewalls, how good you are in prevention systems, and change your mindset. Transform your mind. Your mind should move from breach prevention to breach acceptance. So who of you is thinking that he will be never breached? Is there anyone who thinks that he will be never breached, that he implemented that security tools, that it will never happen to him? Okay, I would like to ask differently. Who think that he will be breached? Hands up, hands up. Okay. So really, to change from breach prevention, change your mindset, completely forget about the history, think a bit differently, and accept the breach. Things like a bad guy, what he is after, what is important for a bad guy. I want to hear one word. What is it? Data, exactly. Things like a bad guy, what he is after. Now, what should I do? Kill the data. Funny? Yeah. How you can kill the data? Is it real? That simple? Yeah, it is. First of all, control access to data. One of the most important things. If you will check all the breaches that happened in the last period, in the last year, more than 70% were out of using static name and passwords. And this is so simple. Tell me who of you is using Gmail? Are there some users? Are you using two-factor authentication for your Gmail account? Who is using two-factor authentication? Oh, okay, so like, let's say 10%, probably less, from all the Gmail account users, and it's for free. This is really funny that you have it, you can get it, you can secure your assets, you can secure your communication when you are using Gmail, but you are not using it. So it's so simple. As I said, control access to data. We are talking now about the private usage, but the same way you can implement also on your enterprise. As I mentioned, kill the data. How you can kill the data? Scramble it, kill it by using encryption. So cloud and virtualization, new approaches. Actually, I don't like when somebody is connecting cloud and cloud mainly with an IT. It's fine, it's kind of IT stuff or IT related, but not really. It's an economical term. So if you want to implement cloud, it will be not your IT decision. It will be probably a management decision. And you will need to bring security tools to be able to secure the data. So cloud virtualization loves crypto. Compliance. Many of you have to be compliant, even with some financial regulation or some local regulation. Compliance also loves crypto. High-value data loves crypto as well. And hackers, yeah, they hate crypto. Yeah, you know who is it? That's you guys. So this new mindset is talking about securing the breach. From the breach acceptance to move further and to be one step ahead to go and securing the breach. Because once the breach is secured, then nothing really happens. So how to adopt a new mindset or how to implement a solution which can secure the breach? Okay, you should accept the breach will happen. This is a really important thing. And nobody should lie to himself that this is something what will never happen. Perimeter is really not enough. Prepare your plan B. Protect what matters, where it matters. Data is really a new perimeter. You should bring the security as close as possible to the single piece of data. And of course, then secure the breach. Attach security to the data and application. So SafeNet is bringing a solution which can help you with securing the breach. So first of all, we do encryption. We can bring you encryption, data encryption, which can protect the data wherever it is. It can be in the cloud, it can be on the premise, it can be in the virtual environment. What is important when we are talking about crypto? You need to manage your keys. Encryption is really simple. Everybody can do that. But if you don't have a proper key management, you can completely screw the whole system. And the third thing, what is really important, and probably I would put it on the beginning, not on the end, is to control really your access. So to control, to deploy solutions which will ensure you that the guy who is accessing your asset, your critical asset, is the right one. So where we can have the data? Okay, there are many places in the network. It can be application, it can be file server, it can be database, it can be storage, virtual machine, etc. So this is where the critical data resides and where they are sitting. And this is the asset, or these are the assets which you need to protect by using encryption. Of course, what is important is where your keys are stored. So you need to be sure that your keys are protected and still fully under your control. So basically what you can do with encryption, you can move the responsibility or move the protection from the data itself, as they are already encrypted, to the keys which you are storing centrally and you are managing centrally. And what is really important is who is accessing and when is accessing your data. So it can be internal user, it can be administrator, it can be cloud provider, it can be customer or partner. So what SafeNet do, or what we do? Actually, we have solution to protect physical data, virtual data. This is something what a colleague mentioned about the ITBN deal we won in 2011. It was about the solution which is protecting virtual instances in the cloud. Actually, many of our technologies you can find easily on the internet. So if you will go to Amazon, you want to have a virtual machine, you can use our encryption. You can use also our key management, or you can use also HSM as a service. Because when I'm talking about some key management and also crypto management, we need to have some root of trust, which is the only thing which hardware can really give you when you are building a crypto foundation. So we can have data in cloud. We can have data in motion. We are replicating 2 sites, 2 data centers, etc. So this is also one of the ways how you can encrypt your data. And of course, crypto management. What is really important, as I mentioned on the beginning, is controlling your access. I told you that everybody can use 2-factor authentication in the Gmail account for free. What we as SafeNet bringing to the market is really simply of use or simply to deploy solutions for multi-factor authentication. You can use even service from the cloud. You don't have to really be a professional and specialist in that system. It's really easy to deploy, easy to use solution which you can out of box start and use. So these are the 3 things: encrypting data, managing and securing the keys, and also controlling the access. So I've been using today some resources. One of those resources was our website, which is a breach level index. So write it down if you want. You can also report breach. I don't know exactly. Actually, there are some changes within the European Union and new regulations about the IT and about security. Actually, I'm coming from Czech Republic, and we are in Czech Republic, actually on the world, the first country which adopted a new law of cybersecurity. And this is something what will push the whole market to adopt solutions like crypto and authentication. And this is something what will come sooner or later also here, because we really care about our assets and we really care about the data which we have. And even it's a cloud or virtualization, this is always the only way how you can protect it. So breach level index is one of the websites which I'm pointing out. You can go and check the biggest breaches or the biggest breaches which happen, and it's actually online system. The second thing, if you want to know more about the Sercure the Breach concept, about components which we are providing as SafeNet, then you can go to this website and you have a really nice interactive web page with all these information I was talking today about. So before we will go to question and answers, here's my email address. I will be here on the booth of company SafeSoft, actually which is our distributor. And now there is time for your questions. I've been a bit shorter, but I think it was enough, for you probably to understand. So if you have any questions, I'm really happy to help you here, or later, or on the evening, whenever.
Thank you. Köszönjük szépen. Akkor nézzük a kérdéseket. Ez is egy ugyancsak nagyon érdekes rész lesz. Szaladok bárhova, ahol látok egy kezet.
Magyarul se? Egy se?
Szaladok.
Lesz. Köszi.
Hello, I'm Csaba Bodog. One question is that you see the increasing number of breaches, but do you see any tendency within the breaches? I mean, what type of...
how specific they are, or...
For example...
Yeah, there was... I had just a discussion last week, and with one security specialist in Czech on one of our conference. And it was really interesting. It's, that these kind of organized groups or organized attackers, they really don't care what they are stealing. They are stealing everything. So they have really powerful tools So they will steal everything, and they will go and make some kind of analysis and kind of correlation stuff later on. So this is one of the things how the attackers are now behaving. So if you don't have anything encrypted, then they will steal everything, and then they have still enough time to make some analysis. The bad thing about the breach in our region, especially in Eastern Europe or whatever we will call it, is that we even don't know that we've been breached. So most of you probably, you have been breached already, even your private accounts or public accounts, but this is something what we cannot really know. And until we will have no legislation for this, we will probably not know that there is somebody who can just pick up some information in the future and misuse it. So first of all, they are taking everything. Second thing is also that there are different methodologies, and as I mentioned, that you don't have to focus just on the perimeter. You can focus on really individuals and get a lot of information. So this is probably the answer. I forgot to mention one thing. We have still time. Social engineering is the easiest way how they can get to your account. For example, even I would not know your password to the Gmail, I can easily, or to Amazon, I can get easily to it. So because there's multiple procedures how you can recover your password. So usually, if you don't know the password, you can answer some basic question, which will be pointing out, who is your friend, who is your favorite pet, etc. And this is something what you are publicly showing on Facebook. So basically, if I would like to attack your Amazon account, which is connected to the Gmail, I will probably go to the Gmail, ask for forgotten password, then go to then go to Facebook, check the answer for your questions, for your security questions. Then I will get your account, same way I will do on Amazon, and then I'm done. I can order, I can do whatever stuff. So there are really simple stuff what you can do to get into the account. Therefore, I was talking about multi-factor authentication, because this is the easiest way we can all use, and nobody is using it. And also, I'm talking about that this should be also implemented as first. So it's fine, that I'm talking about encryption. It's important, of course. But if you will not protect the access, then you can have the best solution. It's the same. You can have the best firewall on the world, but if it's switched on or if you have a wrong policy, then you will never be secure. So this is one of the things. There are also services, online services to steal passwords. So you can go online to check web page where you can pay $99, and I can get your password in 24 hours under SLA. So if they will not bring me your password, then they will give me back the money. So it's so easy, and it's so simple also for you to be protected against that. And this is just one of the points of this new mindset.